Let's get salty!
Hey everyone, Zeddy here again today with a brand new video, and I'm waiting for Aleko maybe to tweet out what the next nerfs are going to be. They're going to finalize them today. If we find out about them today, I'll let you know as soon as possible, but there's a good chance they won't really put it out to like the patch notes next week, but you never know, so stay tuned for that. But I wanted to go over today a lot of news in the Hearthstone world. We're behind on a lot of the news because we've been talking about that runestone garbage and the paywall Battlegrounds garbage, and we're not going to drop that, don't worry, but I do want to catch you guys up on some Hearthstone news that you may have missed out on, including a Mage card effectively getting nerfed, stealth nerfed, and no dust refund has been given out for it. It's not even documented basically anywhere other than if you look at social media. We're going to talk about that, and I want to hear your guys' take on it because it's an interesting one, as well as a perspective onto why Battlegrounds has been paywalled. I just said I wasn't going to talk about it, but there's a really interesting tweet by a former Blizzard employee you want to go over, as well as other bug issues in Hearthstone right now that you might want to be aware of, as well as known issues and just a bunch of miscellaneous stuff that you'll probably want to hear about that's going to affect your Hearthstone day. And also, I just want to thank you guys. You keep hitting that sub button. We're like almost 250 subs away from 58,000 on our road to 60K. Every 1,000 subs until 60,000, I'm doing a bigger and better giveaway. So hit that sub button, unlock that next giveaway, make me go broke. And thank you guys so much again. So what am I talking about with a card, Mage card, getting stealth nerf? Well, Tic Tac here asked on Twitter, did the interaction between Skeletals and Deathborn get changed? Basically what he's asking is, and if you're not aware of this, if your Skeletals die while being cleared by the Deathborn spell and the Death Rattle kills another minion, you will get another skeleton to proc on the board, even though the spell technically didn't kill it, and it worked with other effects and all of that. And I didn't expect that to work when I played it originally myself. I'll try and have the card art here so you know what card I'm talking about. That yeah, it works that way, but with the latest patch, it just stopped. And one of the devs said, oh yeah, it does seem to be, that seems to be happening. We will take a look at it. And in this thread here, another known issues thread about all the stuff going on the patch, he responded with a more clear answer that the change was intentional. The old implementation made it so weird edge cases like a cast one drawn, twisting nether drawn off an acolyte of pain, proc by Deathborn, destroying 788. So yeah, it's like the Deathborn procs to draw a spell, which casts when drawn, and then the whole effect, and it counts for the Deathborn spell, which spawned like 7 skeletons. They didn't like cases like that. They didn't like that cases like that were possible, though for what it's worth, we did think the old Deathborn skeleton interaction was kind of neat, but the wormhole weird scenarios basically was too big and weird. And I feel like they didn't intend for this interaction to be a thing, right? Like you read the card art, you wouldn't expect that. It doesn't say like whatever deaths are caused by this spell, whatever. It's like when minions are destroyed by this spell. It felt like an unintended bug, and they kind of thought it was, you could tell they think it's kind of a cool unintended interaction, but at the end of the day, it could create issues, so they effectively fixed it. But the big thing is, it's not in the patch notes, and no dust refund, right? Whenever a card is nerfed or changed, typically a dust refund has happened. Even, I think what's called SI7 Smuggler, the quest row card, that card was bugged. It actually spawned a minion cost too high, but they screwed it up, and then they kind of fixed it, effectively nerfing it, and even that they gave a dust refund. So I don't know, I don't think they're being greedy. I just think they fixed a bug for interaction with the card. It's not like they're trying to hide it, they're not trying to do any of that, but at the end of the day, you know, should we be getting dust for it? Now I would ask in the comments below, do you guys think we should get dust for this card? And of course you're gonna say yes, it's free dust, but I don't know, it'd be kind of a goodwill thing just to give it, but at the end of the day, I'm not gonna make a big controversy over them basically correcting the way the card should work, the way it's written, making it work, and you know, it does effectively nerf the card. The way it is, it's just the way it is. It shouldn't be the way it is. Anyways, I'm really curious. Like, I don't know, I just feel weird about it. I'm not like upset that they haven't given a dust refund, but it should have been documented at the very least, right, in the patch notes. It's just an odd one, and again, I'm interested to see what the comments will be like about that. So yeah, that's the stealth nerf. There might be more nerfs to Mage coming later today or early next week. We don't know. We've speculated enough about that already, but I wanted to go over a thread I recognize from Dara JN, also known as Jared Knoll. He actually, he does content creation for Marvel Snap. It's like part-time. He has a regular job, but he used to work for Blizzard, and there was this whole Twitter thread that I don't want to go into because there's basically Kibler defending the paywall Battlegrounds pass, that it's not that much money. It's not that pay to win. They need to make money. I disagree with the whole concept. I haven't gone over the thread on my YouTube because I just don't want to create drama. I could talk the counter argument, but I don't want to do drama. I did do that on Twitter, and Sun Glitters and Nina is New made a video on it. You can check that out. I'll actually link that below. Sun Glitters and Nina is Noob have an awesome little drama series going on. Check that out. It's hilarious. They're awesome, and I was on the thumbnail of their first video. I can't complain. But regardless, I'm Jared Knoll here. Dara JN responded to the whole thing about, I'll just go on this part, that, oh my god, Blizzard trying to bleed us dry when the pass is not very expensive, but rather, yeah, that makes sense to justify the resources invested in the mode. And Dara went further on this because he worked for Blizzard. I actually have known him for a long time since I've started. I'm friends with him. I'm a mod at his Twitch channel, and he dropped in my chat today to talk about this because he's like, I thought everybody missed this. I'm like, I don't miss nothing. He said, one issue I had working at Blizzard is that resources, people aren't provided assigned if it's just profitable. It has to be comparably profitable to if they were put somewhere else. They consider a person's wage as a potential profit from what they could be working on. So Battlegrounds could very well be profitable, and by a very good margin for some game studios, but I'm sure when they compare that to the money standard, they feel they can't invest similar resources for less money, even though they are well above the cost of the dev team because profit. And I've talked to him about it. He was actually, his job there, he would help with the economy. I remember he I think he fought pretty hard for duplicate protection on all that stuff. He's a good dude. He's a good dude. He understands his stuff. He's not talking out of his butt. And it basically comes down to like cost, opportunity, benefit. I've gone through this all in my accounting business school and stuff, but he makes another point to respond to Ridiculous Hats, who they have been adding a lot of people to the BG's team though, right? And he said, I'm not saying it was 100% of the time the case. They do make investments in things that not making money in hope of future revenue. It is standard business to use resources to maximize profit, but ideally not a place with Blizzard or like Blizzard where passion, gameplay are founding principles. And that's like been, I think a lot of us as a community have just felt betrayed by this, that this principle seems to be going away and it's all about profits. We're seeing that with Diablo Immortal. We're seeing that with the Battlegrounds pass to Runestones. They're becoming like everyone else. They're not this prestigious company. They're not, you know, with their founding principles. It kind of echoes everything, and it just makes sense to me. They're using that excuse, you know, we got to justify it, but at the same time, they're likely making money off of it, but it's just not enough for, well, Mr. Bobby Kotick. And a couple of news notes before we wrap up the video. I do want to mention this achievement, this whole classic blunders achievement where you have to fool your opponents with Suspicious Alchemist. It said in the patch notes right here that they updated the wording so it was like correct because it was bugged and you had to be fooled by your opponent. It wasn't actually changed. The wording is still the same. It has been noted that this achievement is actually working properly now. So if you want to do that achievement, Deck Tech here himself, he actually tested it himself, that it works now. So if you just complete that achievement or you just try and fool people with the suspicious cards, it should work now. So that's a nice thing for you achievement hunters. And I wanted to shout this card back out. This is the season card back. It's an Agoro themed one. It's really cool. It's really nice. All you have to do is log into Hearthstone right now, play 5 rankings and win them. But there's a little bit of a caveat to it because, of course, we got another bug. Ben Hearthstone, I discovered this myself too streaming. If you have that card back selected, you get this image. Temp. It doesn't work. It's that temp bug. It is emerged in card back form, and Celestalon has confirmed it will be fixed in patch 24.4. So it's a really cool card back, but yeah, it doesn't currently work. Although you get this brand new temp card back. It's kind of cool. If you like that, you know, I'm using it. It's pretty sweet. The new leaderboards are active where now it lists everybody, not just the top like 200. You can see Battlegrounds is already up to 216,000 people on the America server. So if you want to go to the last page and take a look at who's last and make fun of them and be like, ha, Nudie Branch, you're dead last. You're terrible. You could do that. Standard will be updated for this, but there's not enough legends yet. It will be active this season. It wasn't last. You check out WoW. There's only 18 legend, although this hasn't been updated. I just hit WoW legend before starting this video, so there you go. Quick little shout out to myself. And this weekend, there's a lobby legends event starting this Saturday. If you want to watch competitive Battlegrounds, no drops because it's Battlegrounds. We're all about greed now. So yeah, no drops. So I'm not saying free stuff because there is no free stuff, but if you want to watch it, I believe it's on YouTube, it's on Twitch. I'll link it below. A lot of cool people involved, but at the end of the day, no drops. So I imagine a lot of people will want to check it out. So there's a bunch of news, some updates and all of that. And again, once I find out about what the nerfs or buffs or whatever it's going to be happens, keep you guys posted. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Have a great day and stay salty, my friends.